Welcome to this Yin Standing Meditation routine. We will be looking at holding each position for 2.5 minutes. We will be looking over the next weeks to being able to hold this routine successfully with practice for over 20 minutes. But today, the time will add up to about 15 minutes. Please, within this practice, allow yourself to be kind. If you need to make any micro adjustments, do so. And if you feel that you need to stop at any time, then take a rest. This video will allow you to pause and continue in your own time, getting yourself back into the position that you left. I will be holding each position with you and coaching you as we go. Let's begin. Make sure that the space around you allows you to, 1, feel comfortable. If there are any distractions, we can invite them into the practice. It doesn't mean you need to react, it just means that you're aware of them. Birds outside the window, vehicles going past the house or the flat. If you're doing this outside, if there's insects, if there's wind, then allow it to be, but don't react if you can. So I'm going to ask you to have your feet shoulder width. We're going to gently turn our toes in. We're going to push our knees out and relax into them. We're going to turn our pelvis up at the front, down at the back, lengthening our spine. Our shoulders are neutral. I don't want you to be forcing a great posture, nor do I want you allowing them to roll forwards. I want you to find a middle ground. We're going to gently bring our chin in towards our throat, and we're going to gently lengthen through the crown. Our first position is going to be allowing our hands to fall underneath our shoulders like columns. We are not looking to hold a stance or be tight. We're looking to be natural and allow gravity to do its thing. Breathing, I want you to get yourself into a rhythm that you can sustain. For me to tell you to breathe deeply, deeply into the stomach, deeply, deeply into the diaphragm, if it's not natural to you, you are going to struggle over a period of time. So I want you to breathe and relax. This is our first position, and this is our last position. Our feet, we are trying to ensure that we are standing on all of it. If you feel predominantly that you are leaning out on the sides of your feet, I want you to just try and align your ankles. Allow your knees to be over your feet. Keeping those hips turned down at the back of the pelvis. Elongating the spine, coming up to those shoulders. This is a slow process. If 2.5 minutes is too much and 1 is more manageable, then that's absolutely fine. You can forward this video to the next and start again. Make this practice your friend. Make it your own. We are also, with our breath, focusing on breathing past our muscles, skeletal, soft tissue, tendons, fascia. We're allowing our fingers to be long, our wrists to be relaxed, our elbows to hold no tension, and our shoulders, well, our shoulders tell us plenty. But I want you to try and make them your friend. Yin meditation, standing meditation, is about inner strength. Challenging your body but not hurting it. Engaging but relaxing. And over time, it's documented that if you can maintain this routine for over 20 minutes, you are a sure way to reset the nervous system. So if there's anything that has gone before, we are learning to let it pass. If you've had any injuries, any holding patterns, we're looking to tap into them. Our next position, guys, is going to be holding the ball of energy. So I hope you note that my shoulders did not rise. I bent my elbows. My hands are roughly 15-20 centimeters apart. If you are new to this practice, you can have a look at your hands. This gives you comfort in knowing that your hands are in a similar position. The two channel points in the palms of our hands is often where chi can travel from one to the other. A flow. It's why we keep our fingers long. It's why we keep our wrists relaxed. It's why we keep our chin in so our neck is long. And it allows this channel of energy to flow around our body. If you're not somebody who thinks about chi, if you think more about energy being high or low, then again in this practice we're trying to find a middle ground. We're breathing down into our tummy, diaphragm. If you're struggling to get past your chest, don't force it. If your feet are becoming hot, maybe not uncomfortable, but hot, then again, micro adjustments with your toes, micro adjustments with the soles of your feet. Please try not to move, but react to what you are feeling. Shoulder blades, if you need to make some little micro adjustments, do so. If you need to alter your chin, bring it in towards your chest. Lengthen through the top of your head. These are all things that are manageable. You know yourself better than I, so if you do need to pause, gently stamp your feet out, gently shake out, and then come back to me, do so. This routine is about progression, and over days, weeks, we're building up our tolerance. Even if you can bring this routine into twice a week. One, of course, two, and we're building that inner strength. Our next position, we're going to bring our palms up and we're going to look through the gap between our thumbs and our index finger. Our fingers want to be apart. Now we've lifted our arms up, it is natural to change the position of our spine. If you have done this, I'm going to ask you to gently turn that pelvis down at the back. Lengthen your spine, straighten your spine. Breathe deeply. This is the highest your hands are going to be. Equally, this is probably the most engaged you're going to be. But the principles are the same. Our shoulders are relaxed, so if you feel that they've raised up, I want you to drop them. Your elbows will turn in, but your hands should maintain at the same position. Over time, you will get to know where your best position is, where your most neutral position is. We're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. If you find that difficult, then please in through the nose and out through the mouth. That checklist once again, our feet, ankles, our knees. Our pelvis is tucked down at the back. Our spine is long, strong. Our hands, we should be looking through our hands. If you need to make any micro adjustments with your arms, shoulders, again, drop those shoulders. Turn in with those elbows. Use your hands as windows. You are doing incredibly well. If you have paused this video throughout because the time is too long for now, absolutely well done to you. You have made connections. This is the highest our hands will be. They will come down in 20 seconds. And we're going to rest them on pillars of energy, or if you've ever seen the lions at the foot of the Forbidden Palace in China, we're going to put our hands on top of their heads. Get ready with me now to bring our hands down around about hip height. If you're familiar with Iron Man, it's almost like you're about to take off with your hands down and energy pulses coming out from the bottoms of your hands. It's all connected to energy. Visualization. I am here, I am strong, I am light, I am flexible. I'm disciplined, I'm kind, I'm challenged, I'm okay. Check that your hands are not holding any tension. Fingers are light and they're free. How are your feet? Are they on fire? Do you want to move them? Remember, wiggle your toes. Gently change the angle of your feet. How much pressure are you putting on the insides, the outsides, the fronts or the backs? Shoulders should feel lighter than they did before because your hands are no longer above. We have one more after this position, and then we come back to the original, strong pillar columns. From here, our hands are going to come down as if we're holding a bowl by our belly button. So as we stand, we push those knees gently out so they are on top of our feet. If you need to look, please do. But once we have got this routine down, we've made it our own. You'll be able to make these movements. Even if you have this video playing and you do it in front of the mirror or a window with a reflection, I appreciate that might not be your thing. But if you need some feedback, absolutely perfect. I've been doing this now over the last 5 weeks, holding this routine for 25 minutes. And when I first started, my neck and shoulders were very unhappy. But I feel stronger, and I also feel lighter. I feel more stable, but I feel flexible. I'm finding the balance. Again, if there's any tension in those thumbs, in those wrists, in those fingers, let it go. Toe wiggles. Have my shoulders gone high? Have I hit the wall? That's okay. You now know where you got to, and you know where you're going. 3 or 4 days rest, getting on with your normal day to day, and come back to the practice and try again. So our last one, our hands are going to come down by our sides. For the final time, I'm going to ask you to make sure those feet aren't moving too much. Gentle swaying forwards and back is okay, but we're trying to be still. Our fingers are trying to be free from one another. Our shoulders are low. We're in our final pillar. Looking at the time with my introduction, I think we'll be coming in around about 16 and a half minutes, which is about right. But remember, this is a guide. I'm here with you, working alongside you, and hoping you the very best with this practice and how you may feel over the next few days. Breathe deeply, for your breath is going to be your safety net. That is what is going to bring you calm, strength, resilience, clarity, safety. Your breath. Please be ready now to release yourself from the routine. Nothing heavy, gentle, subtle movements. Allow the feet. Check those shoulders, gentle rolls. Still breathe. Yin Standing Meditation. With your eyes open, partly closed, completely closed. But find your place of solitude. I hope this has been okay, and I will be coming up with another one for longer, but not for another 3 or 4 weeks. Give this a go and invite it into your routines.